Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Killher, a movie about four friends who go off into the woods and one by one they are murdered. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description, doggy. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 12, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. Speaking of the pines, there's a lot of pines in this movie. So here's your killer. It's a slasher movie. I already read the synopsis. The women are going to plan a wedding and they decide to go camping. I don't know, with their friend who's getting married. And then they start to get murdered. But then there are other revelations. I suspect that because the movie's called Killher, like killer, like it's one word, Killher, I think the killer is a woman, or that the woman is marrying a serial killer and that they're both killing the women. And then, of course, you got to turn the tables at some point. But I'm not sure. I can't say for 100% sure. There's a scene where I think a guy hooks up with one of the girls, and then as he flees the tent, one of them shoot him. I don't know. And then there's a very low energy forest ranger that has some questions about it. Not quite sure how this all rolls out. But since I already cheated and read some of it, let me read the synopsis here. Four friends headed to the woods for a pre-bachelor party. They soon realizes they've set up camp next to a mysterious recluse, and he is not a happy camper. Things only get worse when people start to die and a terrible secret is revealed. Director Robin August. And who wrote this thing? I got the IMDb page right here. Written by Tom Quiche. I'm probably not saying that correctly. I mean, it looks like standard horror. It's just that their excuse to go into the woods happens to be, oh, okay. I bet she's the killer. I'm going to say it right now. Maybe she is. Although she gets knocked out at one point. I don't know. But somebody is the killer, and that's part of the mystery. And horrible murders happen. There's only four of them, though. So here's the low energy. I don't know what he is. A sheriff or whatever. He seems like he's an actual guy as opposed to an actor, but I don't know that for sure. Here's the guy running out of her tent, and then somebody shoots him. So, like, it starts off kind of wacky at the beginning. Yay! Yay, we're having a good time! Hooray! And then it gets dark real quick. I don't know. Why would you make a movie like this? Why would you try to make it so light? And I don't really understand the whole recluse part. But there's a lot of screaming. There's a lot of blood. I watched this trailer twice, and I watched it again to see if this guy was LeVar Burton, because you only see him for a second, and I thought, oh my God, is LeVar Burton in this? But no, it's not him. He just mildly resembles him, I guess you might say. He's about the same age. Yeah, so first act, they're having a great time. Yay, girl power. Woo, we're drinking with her cat ears on. Having a good time. And then the recluse comes out, and I guess this is the girl that's getting married. And she's having a pre-bachelorette party. Does this guy come at the end and kill everybody? Is that the big secret? Is he the killer? I don't know. Anyhow, they go out in the woods, and then, of course, they're having a good time, but then the recluse starts to bother them. They start to think about leaving. One of the girls is like, no, we got to stay. So they don't leave, but of course, eventually somebody gets killed. And that really starts the second act. I assume it's this guy. I don't know. He's involved somehow, but I think he hooks up with one of the girls, and then they shoot him. And then they're in trouble, and then they can't leave, or they're afraid to leave. That looks like a woman in that costume. but it may be a guy disguised as a woman. You know, a la Silence of the Lambs kind of thing going. Hard to tell. This is weird. Got her tied to with this fork right at her neck, kind of like a very Saw thing. She killed somebody with a garden implement. So the second act, they're being stalked. Maybe this dude turns out to be helpful, but then he's killed. I don't know who this dude is. He just is in for one shot. There's lots of blood and killing, but eventually one or both of these girls confront the killer and defeat him, I'm gonna say. And third act, he's dead, and epilogue. Maybe it's the groom. I don't know. So there are some suspects. I give it some credit. I mean, it's keeping it mysterious. I don't really think there's enough here to get me to see it. I don't generally like slasher movies anyway. It's a little too comedic in points, I think. The shift in tone in the trailer, I don't really think does much for you. I think it would have been better off with some scene like they're sitting around the campfire talking about, oh, you know, the old Wilson cabin's up here. They say old man Wilson killed 40 people. Something a little more ominous than girl power or whatever. But, you know, Killher, I don't get the cleverness of that title, but I assume, again, that it's going to be a female killer at the end, maybe. Yeah. Or possibly multiple? I don't know. It's weird. I think that's going to be the big revelation. I don't think these two are in on it. I think they're the heroes, and then the other girls. Yeah, I think this girl is the villain. I think she's the killer. That's just a guess. But I don't know. I probably wouldn't say it. It's just too bloody. It's a little disjointed. Not sure what this is about. This shot is weird. Like the guy or the killer swinging the chainsaw, and she's doing like a Matrix moment to avoid it. I guess, wouldn't you end up on your back and then the next swing, forget it. So I don't know. Killher, if you want to see it. We got some credits. No. If you want to see it, I'm guessing it's going to be out in time for Halloween. Does it say? No. Maybe. I mean, it might be okay. I mean, if you like slashers. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more base takes. If you can find a more base take, take it. Check us out at the live stream. Went 2.5 hours tonight. Good live stream. We'll see you tomorrow.